it's Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb. I am so pumped to do this week's keto review of the restaurant Five Guys Burgers and Fries. I'm a local Virginian and Virginian, did I say that right? Virginian, as is Five Guys, and I'm really pumped to do this keto review. If you find this video helpful, smash that like button, click subscribe, and get my free keto meal plan down in the description link below. Let's dive into this keto review of Five Guys Burgers and Fries. So I have here a grading rubric of my Countess score for my Countess reviews, and it's on a scale of 1 to 5 crowns based on taste, based on convenience, based on quality, and based on being keto friendly. So at the end, you can stay to the end to see my Countess Crown reviews, my Countess Crown reviews of this. So let's dive in and talk a little bit about the Five Guys products and different things you can order from Five Guys. First and foremost, I am a mama to a 4-year-old. I love using the Five Guys app to order my food from my phone, and then I can go drive and pick it up. And it makes life so much easier, and maybe you can relate with having an enriched schedule or having children and being able to pick up. Where I live, and I'm sure this is not company-wide, but sometimes I call and I'm like, my little boy's sleeping in the car, and they'll bring it to my car. They don't have to do that, but they do, so they get extra crown points for super kindness for my particular location in the Virginia area. Okay, so let's go into, I have a whole list of different kinds of foods that you can order to stay in ketosis, to stay on the keto diet, that are keto friendly for food and where you don't have to do keto cooking. First one is simply ordering just if they have little burgers or big burgers. I always, bar none, went for the big burgers. Sometimes I would add the extra patties onto my order, which is an option. If you just ordered the hamburger bunless, like straight up in a bowl on your app or in your order, it would be 0 carbs, a big old goose egg for just a plain hamburger order. If you order from Five Guys a cheeseburger, and I'm talking the big ones, I'm not wasting my time on the little foods, although they're great for kids, but the big cheeseburger, and I got that in a bowl, that would be 1 carb for it. The cheese is not, it's meltable cheese. It reminds me of American slices of cheese. I don't know if that's factually accurate or not, if it's like the plastic pullback cheese. It looked very reminiscent of that to me. So it's not like zhuzh, like your blue cheese, organically flown in type of cheese. No, it's like American shredded cheese, straight up from preschool type style of cheese, but it tasted delicious nonetheless. If you had a bacon cheeseburger bowl, it was 2 carbs for that. The bacon counts as 1. Sometimes I would order extra bacon, so that would be 2 carbs if you got extra bacon. And if you have the cheese, that would be an additional carb. And then the hamburger is 0 carbs, so it would be 3 carbs total in the bowl. Sometimes I'd add an extra patty on. Again, still just the 3 carbs for the big bowl. Delicious. Now let's talk a little bit about toppings on top of there. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful, click like, click subscribe, and sign up for my free weekly Wednesday weight loss email. Now, if you got toppings of the mayonnaise, I count that as 1 carb. Now, mayonnaise warning, it is soybean based or canola oil based mayonnaise, which is inflammatory. It can lead to puffery, like State Puff Marshmallow Man. So be mindful of that if you're sensitive to canola oils. That is not a keto product. That is not keto friendly. The only types of mayonnaise that are super keto approved are Primal mayonnaise, Chosen mayonnaise, Sir Kensington kind of, but it does have added sugar, or you could get Duke's mayonnaise that doesn't have sugar in it, but that does made out of soybean oil and canola oil. So having mayonnaise is 1 carb. If you added 1 pickle onto your order, just 1 pickle, that would be 1 carb. If you had a whole serving size of mushrooms, that would be 1 carb. And if you had a whole serving size of onions, that would be 1 carb. I used to make my orders have onions, have mushrooms. Well, that's 2 carbs, and I've since cut out. That's 10% of my keto allowance for 20 carbs for the day. So I have stopped adding into my Five Guys burgers and fries order. I would not obviously get the fries or the onions or the mushrooms, just because I didn't want to have the extra 2 carbs from that. I would just strictly order the meat with it and would get it in the bowl. Some of y'all like their burger wraps that are the lettuce wraps, which are delicious, absolutely delicious. For me, I did not want the extra carbs of having the lettuce wrap, the iceberg lettuce wrap in it. But say you wanted to order one of those bunless burger wraps and you ordered a bacon burger, it would be 1 carb on that. I got that off of Carb Manager from my phone. And I'm actually going to disagree with that. I'm going to say that the lettuce is 1 carb and the bacon is 1 carb, so it is 2 carbs for those. Carb Manager may disagree with me on that, but that is my finding. The other thing is you could order a bunless burger with the wrap. So you'd order the lettuce wrap. Double bacon, cheese, lettuce with mustard and pickles is 5 carbs per Carb Manager on that. So that's a hefty burger. That's some heft onto that. There's drippage, which is why I don't typically do the lettuce burgers, because it just, anyone else out there, like my bosoms are like shelves and I don't want that. So I don't end up, I literally get it out of the bowl so I can eat from it. So in terms of hot dogs, some of you may be hot dog lovers out there. I know my little 4-year-old loves their hot dogs. So in terms of a hot dog, if you got a hot dog with cheese, it is 2 carbs, or a bacon cheese hot dog is 3 carbs. The Carb Manager is registering it as 2 carbs. I'm gonna say no, it's 3 carbs. I'm trumping the Carb Manager with the data on that and say that the bacon cheeseburger hot dog is 3 carbs on that. Of course, you can add mayonnaise for 1 carb in addition to that. So let's go into my review a little bit more about Five Guys of where I would give the Countess Crown ratings from 1 to 5 on taste, convenience, quality, and keto friendliness with my total keto score. So for Five Guys, in terms of taste, on a scale of 1 to 5, I gave them a 4. The only reason why they didn't get the coveted 5 Countess crowns, was because the cheese was questionable to me. If you know more about this cheese, who cut the cheese? Put in the comments below. I am dying to know. I am very, very curious about this cheese. Is it the circa 1990s plastic, you know what I'm talking about, like in preschool, like the plastic wrap cheese, the American, is that what the cheese is? Who cut the cheese? I need to know. So that is why I'm giving it a 4. I may do a re-review of Five Guys and give it a 5 if there's the cheese debate ends, if the cheese debate ends up ending. Number 2 is convenience for Five Guys and burgers and fries. On a scale of 1 to 10, they get a 5. Very convenient, super convenient on the app. I know they don't have to deliver it to my car, but I wish they would make that a service. Hello, Five Guys. If you hear me, Papa, can you hear me? Make that part of your service of bringing it out to mamas with sleeping children in their car. I did tip the guy, and then I tipped one of the guys, and one of the guys was like, no, I don't want your tip. It's like the sweetest thing. Like, how kind and gracious is that? Number 3, in terms of my Countess Crown rating from 1 to 5, quality. What's the quality? I gave it a 4 for quality. Here's what. I think that they do have very high quality. I think that the standard in which Five Guys use is high, and it's consistent from store to store to store for their nationwide, or maybe they're even international too. It's consistent, really good product. The reason why I took 1 point off is it's not grass-fed, it's not organic, it's not zha-zha. Like Chipotle, for example, they talk about the benefits of being sustainable earth type things. I don't really hear that from Five Guys, although I love that they use local farmers and promote like these things. Today, the potatoes we're using for our French fries, even though I'm not eating the French fries, but the potatoes are from Idaho or whatever, and it's from this so-and-so's farm. I like that. I appreciate that. But in terms of quality, it is a 4 because I see no mention of organic or grass-fed or like earth sustainable type things. The next number 4 rubric on a scale of 1 to 5 is keto friendliness. And Five Guys sure hits it out of the park. They are a solid 5. If I could give more than that, I would. They are more than keto friendly, more than keto helpful with giving the options of bunless burger bowls. Say that 5 times fast. Bunless burger bowls, or doing a burger wrap with the lettuce wrap. And so I really find that that's super helpful, super keto friendly, super amazing. So the total score for Five Guys and burgers and fries for my keto review on as a keto restaurant for being keto friendly, being quality, being convenience, and being taste, the total score is a 4.5 Countess crowns. So if you're thinking about eating out, you're driving along the highway, pull over and order on your app as you're getting there. If you're on travels, I've done this many times because I travel frequently for work. I'll order on my app. If I'm traveling, I go pick it up, and then I can continue back to the hotel with it. Super, super easy, and there's no excuse to not eat keto at Five Guys. There's so many options. One thing we did not So if you found this video helpful, make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and sign up for my free weekly Wednesday weight loss email. I also have a how to start keto course and also how to lose 5 pounds through sleep for weight loss course as well, down in the description link below. I'll see you again next time for my next keto restaurant review. Make it a powerful day. Bye guys.